Namaste. Namaste and welcome to this yoga short. Today I am not feeling my best. You might be able to hear it in my voice. I am teaching all day, so I need to find some restorative postures to start the day with to enhance my energy for the rest of the day. And I thought I would share with you two of the ones that I really, really like. Join me on your mat. You will need at least one bolster. It is even better if you've got two, but if you don't have two bolsters to hand, you might like a set of bricks or sturdy books and a couple of pillows would do just as well. For our first practice, we're going to do a variation of Supta Baddha Konasana, or a variation of that and the reclining fish, the yin fish. So you're going to take your bolster and just, if you've got a nice wheatgrass bolster like these ones, you can tap them on the floor and it will allow most of the filling to come down to one end. And that's the end that you want to have underneath your head and shoulders. But I've propped myself up on a brick as well. If you're using a pillow, similar sort of effect, or a rolled blanket will do here as well. Some people who don't enjoy so much back bending might prefer a rolled blanket first thing in the morning because it's a little closer to the floor and a little kinder on the back if your back doesn't like back bending. When you've got your prop in place, sit as close to it as you can and simply recline over so that your head is supported, your buttocks are on the ground, but the whole of the back of the body, from the back of the pelvis to the back of the head, feels like it is in contact with something, so you can really let go here. It's great to start with your feet on the floor and the knees bent because it gives your body time to adapt to this position. Releasing the arms away from the body with the backs of the hands on the floor and the palms turned upwards, if that feels like it opens your chest, because that's the effect that we're looking for here. Give yourself a few moments to arrive in this position. See if you can begin to soften your face, your body, your effort. And notice where the body is feeling this pose. And everybody is different. So you might feel it more underneath the rib cage or across the fronts of the shoulders, or perhaps in the upper back or behind the back of the neck. You might feel it across your low back or your pelvis or the waist. Wherever it is, just simply observing. For a few deep breaths. And notice if there's perhaps something you can do to make this posture a little bit more comfortable so you can hold it for a bit longer. So for example, you can try sliding your legs out long. Perhaps that helps your pelvis to feel heavy down into the mat. It might take ease some of the intensity through the low back. And it might not. And if you prefer, you can leave your knees bent and your feet on the floor. You might support underneath your forearms and the backs of your hands if your arms are quite short and they feel like they're hanging in space. If you feel good contact with the ground, then stick with this. If the back of your neck feels uncomfortable, you might like to prop your head up a little bit more, with a bit more support there, perhaps an additional soft block or cushion behind the back of the head. When you arrive in the posture that you're comfortable with, doesn't need to be super comfortable, but comfortable enough to hold. and allowing the sides of the body to really mold their way around the support behind you. The shoulders and arms to fall towards the floor. Find that space in the front of the body. And breathe gently, softly, but deeply. Having a sense of the body getting slightly heavier with every exhalation. If you've managed to find ease here with your legs extended, you can try bringing the soles of the feet together and allowing the knees to rest out to the side. Here we want to have both legs supported. So if the thighs don't touch the floor and the knees are in space like mine, then you need a cushion underneath each leg. And that will really allow you to open across the pelvis and the inner thighs. Or if, like me, you prefer just to leave your legs long, then you can simply extend through the legs and allow the backs of the legs to be heavy, the heels of the feet. And again, finding that deep, slow breath. The breath finds its way through the whole body, but noticing as you breathe in how the back of the body presses into your support. The breath can move into the space between the torso and the arms, and above you in the front of the body, where the breath is free to move. Soften your forehead, the area around your eyes, your mouth, your tongue, your jaw, your chest and shoulders. And continue to hold here. You can hold here for extended periods of time. We're going to hold here for about another 3 minutes. Release before this time if you need to. the end of your next exhalation, just preparing to move. You're going to draw the knees towards each other if they're apart. Help them with your hands. And then slide the legs in, bending the knees, placing the feet on the floor. Taking a moment here just to ease back into the shape. And then when you're ready, you can roll to one side. Simply slide the support out from underneath you and then roll onto your back for a moment. Let your head find the floor and let the body find this more neutral shape against the floor so that you can feel your way back to center. This posture is called constructive rest. And it's like a rebound balancing posture to bring you back to center before you move into another shape. See if you can feel the effect of your practice. Maybe you can feel a warmth through the back of the body, radiating from center. Maybe you just feel a lovely, delicious feeling of having been open and lengthened and spacious, and then coming back towards center, feeling the release of any tension or effort from being in that pose. When you're ready, you can roll to one side and just come up into sitting. So here, if you find it quite intense to be up on your bolster and you're keen to use a bolster, you can always put a cushion or a block at the bottom end of your bolster, which will support your hips a little higher, makes it slightly less intense of a back bend in the lower body. So, but we're going to do a counter pose now anyway. So we're going to take now 2 bolsters. As I said, if you don't have 2, you can simply use a couple of cushions or pillows, something long if possible, and something to give it a bit of lift underneath. So perhaps some sturdy books or something of that nature. If you've got tons of these sorts of bricks, you could put them underneath some pillows and they would be quite firm, which would be quite nice. And then here, what we're going to do is, it's quite common to relax with a bolster or something cushion-like underneath the backs of the legs, but we're going to do it slightly differently so we elevate the feet as well. So here I'm placing my feet up on top of my bolsters and then relaxing down, just finding my way into a posture that feels good. So here I've got quite a lot of the back of the leg supported, and if you're taller, you might need a slightly longer support. That's okay. Just take something slightly longer or add something at the body end so to extend the support. And here I've got my legs supported from the mid-thigh all the way down to the heels of the feet. And I can feel that my pelvis, the back of my pelvis that was sort of extended, opened and back-bended in the previous posture, is now in a really gentle forward bend here, which allows the back of the pelvis, the low back, particularly across the sacroiliac joint and the bottom of the spine, the lumbar spine, to feel heaviness into the mat. And again, I can stretch my arms out wide. If you feel that that's a little bit open in the shoulders, or you don't enjoy the feeling of having the arms wide, then you can bend the arms at the elbows and rest your palms onto your belly. That's a really nice alternative. It keeps you in contact with the movement of the breath in the body as well. Here, if it's useful, you can just give your shoulders a little wiggle and then maybe gently turn your head from side to side, which will again help you come back to center after our previous practice. And then allowing your body to feel as heavy as possible. So you're really releasing down. You might feel like you're carried, floating on a cloud or something like this. It might help you to feel that sense of weightlessness. But if you prefer that feeling, that's great. Focus on that. If you prefer the feeling of contact, You can focus on feeling heavy into the floor and into your support. And here it's not unusual to find that as you hold this, your body opens, it finds space. So if you end up needing to shift your shoulders slightly away from your hips because you feel like your spine's grown, then take a moment to do that, but then settle again into your stillness. We're going to hold here for quite a few deep breaths, maybe as many as 3 minutes of deep breaths. Softening the features of the face, the chest and shoulders, the front of the body, the groin, the legs, the feet. At the end of your next exhalation, just preparing to move. We're going to gently slide the feet in so we can place the feet onto the bolsters, and the knees bent, and then just sliding one bolster out to the side and then the other with your feet. So you find your way back to feet on the floor, knees bent, constructive rest. Take a moment here just to feel the effect in your body. Enjoy that moment of stillness. And then when you're ready, you can gently bend your knees into your chest, give them a little hug, maybe a little sway of the knees from side to side, turning your head to the opposite side if you like, a little gentle twist across the body. And in your own time, feet on the floor, you can roll to one side and come up to sitting. So I hope you found these two postures quite useful. They're really good for restoring your energy. You can do them the opposite way round if you prefer. You can do both legs supported, flat back on the floor first, and then do the first posture second. And feel free to hold them for longer if you'd like to. So you can simply pause the video when you have got your setup and relax for as long as feels comfortable to you. So 15 minutes would be absolutely perfect in the second one anyway. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. And I will see you for another practice again soon. Namaste.